Welcome to the Friday Five with Steve Greenfield on CBT News.
Welcome to this week's Friday Five. This is Steve Greenfield from Automotive Ventures, and thanks for joining us. This week we kick off with sad news as the automotive industry has lost one of its icons. Maryann Keller, one of the first women on Wall Street to cover the auto industry, and later a widely respected consultant who became a formidable critic of management at Detroit's automakers, passed away last week. She was 78. Keller, routinely the #1 auto analyst in institutional investors' widely watched ranking of the top stock pickers at leading brokerage houses, wielded enormous clout and influence over boardrooms and showrooms. Her books, meticulously reported with unprecedented access to company insiders, became must-reads for dealers, suppliers, journalists, and anyone else who desired to go behind the scenes. Her clarity and insight, biting at times, could move a company's stock price in either direction with the release of a new report or a traditional buy or sell call. With an appreciation for comprehensive, hands-on research, well before the internet and cell phones spawned today's influencers, Keller was the rare celebrity analyst to get out of New York regularly and visit dealerships, parts makers and factories, domestic and overseas, to get a first-hand look at key operations across the auto industry. Maryann was instrumental in my career, and I'll be forever grateful for her insights, patience, and how graceful she was to always make time for me. Thank you, Maryann. You'll be missed by all of us. So with that, let's dig into the auto tech deals of the week. First up this week, Saley Automotive has been acquired by Automanager, a provider of DMS and website builder tools to independent auto dealerships. Financial details of this transaction were not disclosed. Saley is a leading provider of CRM software and also targets the independent auto industry. As part of the transaction, Automanager provided Saley with a growth investment to support staff expansion and product development. Congratulations goes out to Zach Klemp and the rest of the Saley Automotive team. Next up this week, Blink Charging has agreed to acquire North American EV charging infrastructure manufacturer SEMA Connect for $200 million. Blink, an electric vehicle charging station developer, said the acquisition will add nearly 13,000 chargers and 3,800 locations to its business. This brings Blink up to 48,000 chargers total, which means it's finally on equal footing with ChargePoint, which has been the leader of EV charging in the US, that boasts 30,000 stations with over 47,000 individual charging ports. Blink said it will update SEMA Connect's charging stations to a single state-of-the-art network and expand Blink's geographic reach. Next up, I'm excited to announce that the Automotive Ventures Dealer Fund has conducted our initial close, which means that we're now actively investing out of the fund. If you're an auto tech entrepreneur working on a solution that helps car dealerships, we want to hear from you. If you're a dealer who wants to invest in early-stage auto tech companies that benefit your business, let me know. We are still accepting new investors into the fund. So with that, let's transition to our companies to watch. Every week, we highlight interesting companies in the automotive technology space to keep an eye on. If you read my monthly industry intel report, I showcase a few companies each month, and we take the opportunity here on the Friday Five to share some of those companies each week with you. Today, we have two companies to watch, TwoTrade and Photonics. Our first company to watch this week is TwoTrade. Based over in Germany, TwoTrade is a B2B platform for used car trading, providing software solutions for mobility providers such as car dealerships, leasing companies, and manufacturers, helping to increase efficiency in the secondary market for used cars by driving greater profitability. Check out TwoTrade at www.twotrade.com. Our second company to watch this week is Photonics. Voyager offers a new class of LiDAR that fits in the palm of your hand, can analyze any environment in any lighting, from bright sunlight to pitch darkness with millimeter precision, is immune to interference, that senses position, motion, and even the materials objects are made of, and is affordable for any application. Check out Voyager Photonics at www.voyagerphotonics.com. So that's your weekly Friday 5. Thank you for tuning in to CBT News for this week's Friday 5, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks for joining us for another edition of the Friday 5.